In this question, we have a situation where there are 7 laptops or tablets. So we've got 7 tablets, and one of them is grouped as Nextliffy, and the other 3 are called Quando tablets, or Quantar. Okay, so we know from the question that 70% of the time the Nextliffy tablets are in use. So I'll just put like a little 70 below them. And the Quantor ones are used 80% of the time. So the question is, if the lab supervisor enters the lab at any time, what is the probability that 3 Nextliffy tablets will be in use and 3 Quantor tablets will be in use? Okay, so the key here as well is that it says the tablets are independent to each other. So we can put like a big dotted line here, and that will say that they're independent. So how do we model this? Well, what we can do is say there's some variable that we're going to call n, and that is a binomial distribution. Okay, and there are 4 of them. So there are the 4 tablets, remember? 4 tablets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they've got a 70% chance of success. So that's 1 mark. You have to describe what the probability distribution is. Okay, so next we have the other ones which we're going to call Q. And there are, it's a binomial distribution. So you can say like a bin or B, and there's 3 of them, and it is 80% chance of success. So that lets the marker know what type of distribution you have. Okay, so now it's a calculator assume section. We've got to figure it out. So the question is asking us, what's the probability that 3 of the Netflix ones will be in use? So the probability that n is equal to 3 and, right, and the probability that q, sorry, is also equal to 3. Okay, because that's what the question is asking us. Okay, so we can do this on a calculator. Okay, the key one is as well is that there's this they're independent, and so I guess it's and, but that doesn't mean anything in mathematics world. It's a times. So if you have the word and, it's a times, and if it's the word or, it's a plus. Okay, so how I remember that is you might have seen this little symbol before, right? Like that little symbol there to show that it's Venn diagrams, or the other one. Okay, so that's how I remember it. So this is our final answer here if we can figure it out. So let's jump to the calculator. We want to go interactive. It is a probability distribution. It is discrete, okay, because it's not like 0.5 of a tablet, for instance. So it is also the probability distribution. You're not like adding lots of them up. It doesn't say the word like or, like what happens if the next Liffey tablets only 1 and or 2 are on. So it's the probability distribution function. So we want to have 3, right? And we want to have the number of trials that happens is from our distribution here, 4. And then the probability of success is going to be 0.7. And we can hit that in there, and that gives us 1 number here. Okay, so then let's do the other one. So that's our value for this value here. So we can say use calc, and P of n is equal to 3 is equal to that 0. I'll say it's exactly equal to 0.4116. And now let's do the other one. So this probability that Q is equal to 3. So we go up to our description of it, which says that it is a binomial. It's discrete, PDF. We want to get 3. There's 3 trials, and the probability of success is 0.8. Hit it, and it is P for Q is equal to 3 is equal to 0.512, And the final step is just getting them to times each other. So you can say 0.4116 times by 0.512. Spit it out in the calculator. I'm just going to highlight that, drag it down, and then use the times button, and then again highlight that, drag it down, hit enter. This gives me something horrible, right? Why is that doing that? Well, because I've got it on standard, which is fraction world. So let's change that to decimal, and then we can hit execute. That gives us something more reasonable, okay? So this is 0.2107, and so we can say we have to use words. We have to use words because we have like a number there, but yeah, we have to use the words here. And so what we can say is that probability of 3 Netflixy or Nextliffy, and we'll just scroll down a bit, and 3 Quantor tablets in use is 21.1%. Okay, and then I've rounded to 3 significant figures. Okay, so that's it. So remember, just the most important steps here is to describe what kind of probability distribution it is. So really, that's going to be this step here. All right, now you can use the equation to do it. This is a calculator question. Make it easier, just use the calculator. Okay, if you have any questions, message me. I'd love to help. Either leave a comment, email me, whatever you need. There's lots and lots of questions like this on my website, which should help you prepare for your exam.